Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. All right, I've got Alex McCarthy. He is the CEO of Cheer Life on the show with me today. Alex, welcome back to the show.
I appreciate it, Michael. Super excited to be here.
Me too. All right, give our audience, for those who haven't met you yet, a background on what Cheer Life is and tell them how you're disrupting the entire industry and creating better people from the get-go into the future.
Yeah, so the way that Cheer Life works is it's a social community. Think of it like a closed community platform. It's an app that you can download, and we're specifically targeting the cheer and dance community. And this is a community of over 3.5 million cheerleaders in the United States alone, and it's in the process of becoming a provisional Olympic sport. So there's a lot of momentum gearing towards that way. The way that the app works is you download the app and you can post just like Facebook or Instagram. You post something, but to post you have to track an action. And the idea is my cheer, my life, my world. Be a better cheerleader, be a better person, give back to the world. And it's gamified, so now you start incentivizing athletes and kids to track their actions. And so what we're doing is we're essentially rewarding what matters. We're really highlighting the hidden hero by recognizing things that are for athletes to work on the basic building blocks of life. And that's the way that the app works, and we've seen a huge amount of momentum, basically essentially giving people the social recognition they want from those big social media platforms, but doing it in a way that actually builds leaders for the next generation.
I want to commend you on that. Now, you've done something different. You've gotten into an industry sector that unless you really know what you're doing and have a complete huge team behind you, it's hard to get a following from the get-go, but you've managed to do that. Give our audience a flavor for what you've done when it comes to the followers and the users of the app, and then I want to get into the behavioral processes and drill down a little bit on that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's two things that I'd like to touch on that. The first is our position in the cheer industry. My twin brother and I, two of the four founders, we've been in the cheer industry with multiple world championships. He coaches one of the second largest gym in the world. He coaches at that program, and I judge events, around the world as well. So we've been able to position ourselves as relevant within the industry because it's a very difficult group to penetrate. If you don't know cheer, you're an outsider. And once you're in, you're in. And the secondly is we've been able to really partner with Skylab Apps as really helping us really fuel this launch, this ignition to really get us to a place where we can launch in a global market at a much exponentiated rate. And so we've seen a lot of success with that.
Tell me about the behavioral processes that make better leaders and better humans as they go through the behavioral patterns that you guys have developed for these people to follow.
I'm actually really glad you asked that. We call it positive value reinforcement. Kind of like what I touched on in the beginning was we all want social recognition, that intrinsic value, whether it's extrinsic with a prize or intrinsic where we're just getting, you're building that community of people just cheering you on. We all want that. So what we've been able to do is bridge that to an action, whether it's cleaning your room, whether it's, giving your parents a compliment, checking into school every single day, finishing your homework. We're able to recognize that and make it relevant to the 9-year-old, to the 11-year-old, to the 14-year-old, make it relevant for them to want to do that. And so subconsciously, they're learning positive habits, but they're getting that social recognition that they want intrinsically.
All right. The impact that you've seen on a global scale, elaborate for that.
So we have over 25,000 users, and although we just launched in January, so although that number isn't high, our engagement is 4 times stronger than what you would see on typical Facebook. So we're getting true cognitive behaviors and cognitive actions being taken place, and it's just really exciting to see that level and to see how fast we've gone. We have over 100 programs around the United States, some in Australia as well as Canada, and we have users in over 38 different countries.
Now, you said 4 times higher than Facebook. That's a big number against a huge competitor or somebody in the industry and social media. I've seen some of the statistics that happen with this app. Elaborate on that, because that's a great separation. I tell people when they come on the show, before you even do that, I just want to throw this out, that the people with 6,000 views on their interview have the app. That's you guys. And the people with 14 views don't. Elaborate the stickiness, the follow through and the ability to refer more people to your app relative to the other industries, whether it's Twitter, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, the other people. How are you able to make all of that happen in such a huge space between you and anybody else, the behemoths that are out there?
It's interesting. Again, when we go back to positive values, and being able to reward and recognize people for it, what we end up doing is we end up starting getting avid users, people that just want to be on the app more, who want to check in every single day. Oh yeah, our advocates. They become our biggest fans. They become avid followers, and with that, we're able to then populate curated content that's relevant to them. Whether it's if I'm in cheerleading and it's event stuff, prizes, shoes, or makeup or apparel, we're able to put that in front of them. So we're actually able to bring a lot of brands that are either trying to penetrate our demographic.
Tell me about those.
Yeah, definitely. So, we've partnered with quite a few different brands. Like we've partnered with Puma, was actually a really exciting one that we've been able to do, where we were actually able to give people discounts and actual Puma swag for working out. So we were able to recognize some of the top users in our app who were simply just working out. We want to recognize you for being a leader in your gym, in your community, and we were able to actually give them physical prizes for doing that.
What are your next steps with Your Life?
Right now, we're actually raising a round of money on a platform called Start Engine. It's a community a crowdfunding platform, and what we're looking to do is we're looking to get people either in the industry or people who are just passionate about giving back to a social cause, giving back to a community that's really changing and shaping the next generation of leaders. And so this platform is allowing us to raise money so that we can scale our team and really take this to the next step.
When you say scale your team, everybody wants to know what the use of funds are. Give me some flavor for that.
For us to scale, what I mean by scaling is we would essentially build out our marketing team, build out our sales team, build our customer support team, so we could truly engage not only with the users but with some of our customers, such as gyms and external brands, and really close that circle at a much larger scale instead of 25,000 going to 1 million users.
All right. How long do you think it would take you to do that so you get the money you're looking for on this raise?
To get to 1 million users, we do that in probably less than 18 months.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and we're really excited about it.
Thanks for being here.
I appreciate it, Michael.
All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. And because of this man and his brother, we're going to be launching our new app within the next 2 weeks. Thanks for joining.